Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of my recent flight from Vancouver to Hong Kong on the 777-300. This is Cathay Pacific's business class and it is their Aria Suites. So it was really neat. Overall first impressions, it was really nice. It's nice and spacious. It's quite large, and then also because it's a modern design, it kind of looks newer. The door is nicer, and I can just compare it with the kind of seats that we've had in Air Canada and British Airways. They were kind of more, it didn't, somehow this seemed a lot more spacious for some reason. A huge TV here. They have a 24-inch TV, and then they have this side panel, which is very nice, and this table. Everything seemed to be a little bit larger and just well laid out. You'll see that they have the headphones in here, and then the water. But it just seemed, and a little bit of a mirror, but it just seemed larger by just slightly. It just seemed like there was more room. So as you can see, this is just a detailed part of it. And it was fun for me because normally, I've been in business class with many airlines, and usually it's the same old, but I actually spent about 10 minutes just fidgeting with things. It was actually quite nice, and everything was really large. The TV was large, the table was large, the side table was larger. This area with the headphones was larger. Everything seemed to be a bit larger than normal. You can see they've got a nice little space here. I like this little desk that kind of comes out, gives you a little more surface area. And if you look at this table also, it's quite large. It folds out, it's quite nice. And it's got a little thing at the end there where you can actually put your iPad if you want to pop it up there. So I thought it was just really well designed. This is the bottom part, and you've got kind of an ottoman at the end there, and when you lie flat, that becomes just a lie flat bed. They have blankets for you and also slippers. But as you can see, this area has an extra little diamond shaped cubby hole for storage. That was very useful. I put in a lot of my filming equipment and also my water in there. And then again, I like this really table because it slides out, so it gives you more surface area, and also slides back in, so you can put things like your iPhone in there and charger in there. So it's kind of a nice little cubby hole, but it's also extends to a lot more surface area. The controls on the side here, these are very neat too. It allows you to do things like adjust your chair. And then also this is really neat because when you go to sleep, you actually have another side bar that's right near your face when you're sleeping, so you don't have to actually look up sides. Lots of little innovations. They also had something where you could also check the bathrooms and whether the status there are people in the bathroom, so you don't have to be looking up all the time. So I just thought there was a lot of innovation in there. The headphones were quite nice also. So everything to me was quite new and well done. So this is the amenity kit. One thing they didn't have, which I was surprised, they didn't have socks, but they had sprays, they had toothbrushes, the standard things like also earplugs, eye mask, but they did not have socks, which I guess they have slippers, that's why you don't need socks, but I would have appreciated some socks also. This is the screen, which is very large. I thought it had a very good selection of movies, particularly Asian movies. I got to catch up with a lot of Hong Kong movies, which was nice. Fairly recent. Got two windows, again, ample space, and I thought the quality of the TV, it was very high resolution to me, and it's massive, the TV, so it was really nice. Cathay's strong point is their food and wine. It is stronger, I think, than things like Air Canada or British Airways. And so I had the pork shoulder. I thought their choices on board were not as exciting as I thought they would be. They do not have dine-in demand like Air Canada, but they do allow you to pre-order some meals beforehand, but I found the selection not the full selection I would have expected, like lobster and abalone. Having said that, the food quality was good. This pork shoulder was very nice. The wines that they served on board were also quite upscale compared to other business classes. So I thought it was quite nice. They had a nice champagne, they had a nice Bordeaux wine, and then a little cheese plate at the end. So in general, I thought the food quality was quite good, even though, maybe I expected a little bit more from Cathay, but not at the same level as, let's say, a Singapore Airlines or Emirates or Qatar. And then I ended with some fruit. It was a midnight flight, so maybe the meal was not as substantial as on a regular flight in normal hours. And then before landing, they served breakfast. And the breakfast I had was a Chinese version, which is congee. So that was kind of nice to have with some chow mein and things like that. So it was kind of nice. What I find again with the Cathay Airlines, Cathay Pacific, they always have nice little extras. They have a lot of really neat cocktails, mocktails, and also they have Hong Kong style tea, which is kind of special. All in all, I was very, very happy with this 777-300 with the Aria Suites. I would definitely fly this again. I found it a little bit more comfortable than more other airlines business class. These kind of 777, these herringbone designs, but I just felt a lot more space, and that extra little couple of inches really makes a difference. I slept better. And it was a very fresh new design. Service standard I thought was good, as always with Cathay Pacific. Not exceptional, but it was good. Food quality was good. And so it is a really good product, and I think the Aria Suites does make this even a better experience on Cathay Pacific. So I would strongly recommend this experience if you can find. I'm not sure if they tell you which flights are going to be with the Aria Suites. In fact, originally when I booked these tickets, I was supposed to be on the A350, and they changed that about 2 months before the flight to a 777, which I was so happy about. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Until next time, safe travels.